One of the other things that I've learned over the passage of time as these decades have gone by is that sometimes there's a tendency for all of us as we age to start thinking, oh, you know, back in our day the music was so brilliant and it's just not that good today. I actually don't think that's true. I mean, yes, it comes in waves of significant eras, but there's always great singer-songwriters in every era. And the thing is that when we look backwards, we only remember the great stuff. I mean, like in the 60s, there was tons of really crappy music, and we've learned to overlook it. You know?
Yes, I've done a few myself, I can tell you.
So we remember all the good stuff, and then we go, oh, the music was all wonderful. This wonderful music now. You know, when I first heard Billie Eilish a couple of years ago, I was as excited about hearing her as I was about James Taylor years earlier. You know, I think every decade gets a different group of new songwriters who capture the spirit of that era in a remarkable way. I remember in the last decade, it was about 8 years ago, I was in London listening to the radio and heard a song that made me feel just as excited, and by a young singer-songwriter, and I found out who it was. It was the first record by Ed Sheeran. And I kind of went, I actually managed to get in touch with him and sort of wrote him essentially a fan letter saying, you know, I think I know a good singer-songwriter. When I hear one, you're it. You know, you're the man for this generation. And that turned out to be true. And I became a fan of his, and also a friend of his, I'm happy to say. And we did get to work together in the studio on a couple of tracks. But in the meantime, you know, hanging out with Ed Sheeran is always a pleasure. The only potential snag is that everyone does tend to think I'm his dad. Which is kind of understandable. It's downright weird, you know, but I'm not, I promise. I only met his mother very recently. So. She's charming. Anyway, you know, as I say, I'm a big Ed fan, so I got to know his song catalog quite well. And one strong song struck me in a particular way, because he's written a song called Thinking Out Loud, which I loved. And it's a song about love, but it's also about the passage of time and growing old. And of course, when Ed wrote it, he was 24. And there's lines in the song about things like, when we are 70. And I realized, of course, when he was writing that, he was writing it from the perspective of someone for whom 70 is incredibly far away, in an unimaginably distant future, you know? But it occurred to me that the song could have a whole other resonance and other relevance if it was being sung by people for whom 70 was a mere happy memory.
Oh, to be 70 again.
So, you know, I was struck by that idea, and Jeremy and I talked about it, and so we worked up a version of the song, you know, with very, very minor changes, changed like 2 prepositions or something. But just the sheer fact that it would be us singing it, it makes it a different song because it's being sung from a retroactive perspective. And we actually recorded this version, and I sent it to Ed and said, what do you think? Is this okay? You know, we're sort of turning your song on its head a little bit. And he was fine with it. He likes the idea. You know, all good songs can be interpreted more than one way. So now we'd like to do for you the retrospective looking, retroactive looking version of Thinking Out Loud.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? And darling, I still am loving you now. We're 70. And baby, my heart can still fall as hard as 23. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Oh me, I fall in love with you every single tell you I am. So honey now, take me into your loving arms, kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. Now my hair's all but gone and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name. When my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you'll still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul can never grow old, it's evergreen. And baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe it's all part of a plan. I'll just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand. 'Cause baby now, take me into your loving arms, kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. We found love